What an abysmal Heritage Classic game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Buffalo Sabres and Leafs clash in Hamilton at Tim Hortons Field. And oh my goodness, the Leafs. They show up, they turn the puck over a ton. Mrazek gives up a couple stinkers late, and you lose 5-2 to the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, my goodness, and the Leafs now drop to 37-17-5 on the year. I mean, this was a horrendous game in every aspect. And look, in the last video, I blame Mrazek a ton. I thought he was terrible. And look, for the first bit of this game, I thought Mrazek was great. Even the first half of the game, I thought he was great. Heck, even the first two periods, I thought Mrazek was pretty good. But then, in the big moment in the third period, he gives up two stupid stinkers. And it leads to another Leafs loss in regulation to the Buffalo Sabres. Let's get this thing started. First period, Buffalo outplays the Leafs a ton. Shots are 14-9 in the period. Mrazek stops all 14. No score after one period of play. And I'm sitting here like, okay, Mrazek, 14 stops in the first period. Okay, I mean, good start. The Leafs got to find a way to get past Craig Anderson, who seems to be their Achilles heel. Buck 22 into the second period. Off a face-off, Tavares wins it back to Nylander, who cuts to the middle a bit, fires it on and stopped by Anderson, but the rebound's there, and Kasha bangs home the rebound. At 40 seconds of the second period, the Leafs are on the board. All right, we got a 1-0 lead. Less than a minute after that, can we talk? The puck gets back to their blue line, right? So it's coming, our blue line. So it comes back to our blue line, it gets out, as at their blue line, they pass up, and Timothy Liljegren. The pinch on this play was awful. They get to our blue line. Meanwhile, Liljegren goes flying by, looking to try and intercept it, misses it, gets past the middle red line as they've already entered our zone, and you have Riley battling with his guy in front. Tavares is trying to play defense on a 2-on-1 while Liljegren's trying to get back, but he's way out of the play, and it's the cross-seam pass, one-timer to the back of the net. I can't blame Mrazek for that play. But Timothy Liljegren, man, that was horrendous. And now we're tied. That was 42 seconds after you took the 1-0 lead. You give up that goal, and it's a 1-1 hockey game just like that. Horrendous pinch by the Leafs. An odd man rush, and it ends up in the back of your net. Peyton Krebs scores it for the Sabres. Now, doesn't take long, though. Less than 2 minutes after that. Beautiful feed cross seam at the, just inside the blue line from Alex Kerfoot to Austin Matthews, who lets one rip, and it squeezes through Craig Anderson and finds way into the back of the net. And hey, the Leafs got a 2-1 lead, 2:57 into the second period. They get that one-goal lead back. People are buzzing there in Hamilton. All right, good stuff. We're feeling amazing. Then, the puck luck decides to give the Leafs a little middle finger, how you doing? Because 10 minutes into the game, about midway mark, they enter the zone, Vinny Hinostroza, and he gets around the defenseman, but more or less at the red line, around the goal line, and he just fires to the front of the net. TJ Brody's there. Problem! It goes off TJ Brody's skate and goes up and over Mrazek and into the net, and I'm like, are you flipping kidding? Like, it would not be a Leafs game over this crazy stretch they've had with no goaltending that type of stuff happens. You can't blame Mrazek. He's not expecting that nonsense. So I don't blame him for allowing that goal. It's just a stupid, unlucky bounce, and we're tied at 2. Like, what in the world is happening? The nonsense against Arizona, the bounces, the stupid stuff that happened against Arizona were ridiculous. That goal was ridiculous. The Leafs have not gotten any puck luck lately. And then we go to the third period, right? Shots on goal are 18-9 in favor of the Leafs in the second period. Somehow it's a 2-2 game, though. He allows 2 goals on 9 shots as Mrazek, but again, you can't blame him for either goal. We go to the third period. Overall, he's played a pretty solid game, right? 2 goals on 23 on 23 shots? Yeah, 23 shots at this point, which is not bad. It's over 900 save percentage, which has been a rarity for the Toronto Maple Leafs this season so far, or over the last little while at least. And we go into the third. And it's a 2-2 game. And like I said earlier, Mrazek was great for 40 minutes. I'm like, okay, he's playing some good hockey. He's playing great with it for the boys. The boys got to find a way to bury another one. Well, the problem is, you have a face-off in your own end. You win that face-off. Rasmus Sandin Decides to go a no-look backhand pass around the boards behind the net. The problem is, there's not a single Leaf in the stratosphere as that puck is going to. Who picks it up? Vinny Hinostroza. Horrendous play by Rasmus Sandin. But that's not even the bread and butter. He fires it basically along the goal line. He's just in front of the red line, not even at the circle. Spins and fires it towards the net. Mrazek is way off his post, and it beats him short side. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. So not only did your defense cost the play there in Sandin, Mrazek lets in the stinker, and now the Leafs trail 3-2. Nothing can go right. This goaltending is not good. I understand, it was one bad goal. Yes, but it was in the third period in a tied hockey game, and it was an awful goal. So I'm not blaming Mrazek for the entire game. I'm not doing that. But for that third period, especially that third goal, big time. And look, the turnover was bad as well. But from that angle, that shot should never go in. I don't care who you are. You're an NHL goaltender. Heck, you're getting paid like a starter. You should be making that stop. He does not. The Leafs now trail 3-2, and they got to find a way to crawl back into this game. But there's still 15 minutes to go. So, but Craig Anderson's on the other side. So it's like, are you going to be able to beat him? And then, with under 7 to play, again, another turnover, right? Willie Nylander skating back into his own end, right? Facing Mrazek, skating back as the puck, gets stripped of the puck. And I'm like, that is so soft. I love Willie. I'm wearing, well, look at that. I'm wearing JVR jersey. I didn't even realize, I thought I was wearing Willie Nye. Well, you know what? Maybe this will turn the tides. I don't know. Either way, Willie Nylander turns over the puck, and not long after that, they get the centering pass, and Mrazek pushes off the post, and the centering pass goes in. It squeaks through the 5-hole. I mean, can you blame him? I mean, geez, like you could say, well, he was so far deep in his net. Like, that's a given, right? If you watch the play and you watch where he ended up when that goal went in and he's trying to squeeze it tight, look where he is. He's like almost in the net. I mean, albeit he tried to push off the post, right, to get maybe to the front of the net, and obviously the post came off, so you're not going to move a whole lot. But that comes off. It squeezes through him. They go to review. They call it a goal. Leafs down 4-2. Can you blame Mrazek for that? You partly can. But, and I'm not going to blame him 100% for this game. However, the third one especially, and the fourth one's a toss-up. You got to make some stops, man. In the big moments when your team needs you the most, you got to come up with some big stops. And he didn't. Now, the defense. And not even that. And people are going to yell, well, you need defense, you need defense. It's not even that. And yes, they do. Don't get me wrong. But it's the forwards who have to play defense as well. Right? Like, we watched Timothy Liljegren pinch and get lost. And Tavares looked lost playing defense there. Now, albeit trying to skate backwards on a 2-on-1 against is not a Tavares strong suit, as any forward, no forward feels comfortable doing that. Well, meanwhile, Morgan Riley is tied up with this guy at the side of the net. I'm like, I don't really know if that's the smartest play for your defenseman to be doing that, but he tied up the guy at the side of the net looking for the tap in, and that's that. Willie Nylander so soft on the puck in his own zone, gets it turned over like he's Swiss cheese. You know, Rasmus Sandin, a blind pass to nobody that ends up in the back of the net. Like, those type of plays are going to kill you. And they did tonight against Buffalo. And yes, Mrazek, again, another game with 4 goals left. People are like, whoa, you can't blame him. I don't care if you blame him for the goals or not. The fact that he has allowed like 4 goals in 8 of his last 10 starts, or 8 of his last 11 starts, whatever it is, that, I don't care what the goals look like, that is atrocious. That is awful. I don't remember a Leaf goalie to do that. Like, going back, Jack Campbell never did that. Frederik Andersen never did that. Like, when you had to make the big, they just can't get stops. And I understand you can't blame him 100% for the game. But you need the big-time stops in the big-time moments. And look, he faced 37 shots. He faced 38 shots. Well, I guess 37, one was the empty netter goal. So I guess, technically 37 shots against him. He allowed 4 goals. And yeah, it's still a sub-900 save percentage. And I know people are going to say, well, you can't. If we're going to sit here and continue to build excuses for Mrazek, you're going to be lost. you're going to be completely lost. Now, yeah, the D-core has been god-awful, and that's very evident today. But it's a two-man unit, right? The goalie sometimes makes the defense look better than they actually are. Frederik Andersen, Jack Campbell last year made the defense look great. Jack Campbell made the defense look great to start the season. Now that the goaltending's not good, it makes the defense look bad, and it's a cohesive unit, and they look terrible combined. What does that mean for Kyle Dubas? I have no clue. I think James Myrtle tweeted out, a couple days ago, I think after the last game for Mrazek, that they're possibly looking for a buyout. Like, my God, like that tells you right there what they feel of him. Anybody who's not blaming Mrazek, well, clearly they're putting a huge load on him. Sheldon Keefe basically said after the game, well, it's a hard opportunity for him. Like, what else am I supposed to say, right? He was terrible again, but the team didn't play well in front of him either. Like, it's just I don't know what else to say, guys. I really don't. Watching this Leaf team this year is very difficult. Very difficult for so many reasons because you're pulling your hair out 90% of the time. 2 times in this game, they had a lead. Albeit both 1-goal leads, and to this team, 1-goal leads is basically a tie game or you're trailing. So, I don't know what else to say. Both teams were 0-for on the power play. We were 0-for-3 on the power play. They were 0-for-4 on their power play. It was bad. Now, I'm going to wrap it up with this. Austin Matthews, late in the game, gets tangled up with Rasmus Dahlin in front. Dahlin kind of pushes him into the net a little bit. Austin Matthews gets up and basically cross-checks him in the face. I love Austin. We all do. He scored goal number 45 this season, tonight, or this afternoon, I guess. But that cross-check, no. As a Leaf fan, I love Matthews to death, really, and he knows it. No. I'd be baffled if he doesn't get suspended 1 game. That's just my take on it. As a non-biased Leaf fan, if he gets suspended 1 game, I would not be shocked. If he gets fined, honestly, I'd kind of be shocked with that. A cross-check to the head, no matter who it is dangerous. So that should be 1 game suspension for Austin Matthews, which sucks considering how bad this team has been and how great he has been. But that right there just showed the Leafs in a nutshell lately. The anger that has been building up. The way this team has been playing, the losses, the blown leads, all this stuff is accumulating. I'm not saying to an Austin Matthews cross-check to the head, but to the anger that's been built up. I mean, you see after that, right? Michael Bunting and guys get into fights, and there's basically almost a line brawl. And how often do you see that? Let me say it's a modern-day line brawl. Obviously, that's really not a whole lot, but like three different sets of scraps. I won't even say fights. Scraps would be a good term for it. So the Leafs are frustrated. It's definite. And I think I can speak for everybody when I say Sheldon Keefe better be having both hands going with phones, because I don't care what you have to get rid of to get a defenseman and a goaltender. Like, if you have to give up something to get Semyon Varlamov out of the Islanders, or you have to give up something to get Fleury, I don't care. We need a new face. Mrazek, and look, if you have to retain some salary, fine, so be it. If you have to buy him out, so be it. Like, this Leaf team needs to find a way to win hockey games. And honestly, it looks like they're going to be out of the divisional race. Looks like, I'm assuming Boston's going to end up passing them, especially the way the Leafs are playing. But honestly, is that really a terrible thing? Like, and play a team from the Metropolitan Division? I mean, it would be like Carolina, which is, but no matter what team you play, you're going to be facing a tough team, right? Whether you are in the wild card spots and you play Tampa, or you play Carolina, or you're in the divisional spot and you either play Florida or Boston, like, you're screwed either way here, right? So I don't really care what's going on here. I just need this team to figure it out. You need to find a way and find a goaltender to make this thing work down the stretch, because there's not a lot of hockey games left. You got to find a way to get a goaltender who can give your team a chance to win. That's all I ask. I'm not asking for a guy to come in and give you a sub two goals against average and a 950 save percentage, basically Jack Campbell of the first 2 months. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for guys to come in, hey, give me 3 goals against, give me 2 goals against. Give this offense a chance to give you the flow, make some big stops late, and win hockey games. Close games. You're not getting that. You did not get it from Jack Campbell before his injury. Now, albeit it could have been an injury that has been nagging. He just didn't want to get out of the lineup because, again, he's in a contract year. He has a known history for injuries. He wants to get paid, right? So I don't know what he'll look like when he comes back from this rib thing. I don't know. We'll have to see if they allow that to happen. That's a big, risky move. Because he'll be out, I don't know how long, and trade deadline is right around the corner. Do you really bank on Campbell being healthy when he comes back and finding his form again? That's a really ballsy move if you do. If that's the case and they want to do that, hey, fine, so be it, but good luck. Because the odds of it happening aren't very good. Especially with his mindset, the way he plays with his own mind. So go out there and make something happen, whether it's got a defenseman. And the problem is, one defenseman's not going to fix this team. That's the scary part. A goaltender can make a huge impact. But what are they going to do? And if they go out there and acquire a forward and nothing else, I'm going to lose my mind. All right, Leaf fans, that's going to do it for this one. Because I'm kind of done. You know, I miss talking about the Raptors. I miss talking about the Blue Jays. Because this team just makes me want to throw something all the time. Watching this game just made me want to just say, you know what, this team is a joke. And it seems like it at times. But I don't know. I want to hear all your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Smack that like button if you guys know this one. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the abomination today at Tim Hortons Field. And I apologize for the people who went to that game and cheered the Leafs on because you just saw a terrible contest from the Toronto Maple Leafs. Twitter link is down below, so follow up. Send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you're not done so already, guys. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like, all that crazy nonsense. Go crazy. Twitter, Instagram, all down below. And I'll talk to you guys at Jay's Edition. If they go crazy with any signings lately, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the near future. They brought in some minor league deals. Obviously, Kikuchi signing yesterday. We'll see what happens moving forward. As for the Toronto Raptors, they play the Los Angeles Lakers tomorrow night, 10:30 tip-off against LeBron and the Lakers. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Can they build off that momentum they had against the Denver Nuggets and the Phoenix Suns? Or, you know, and is Fred going to be back? We'll have to wait and see. But as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, whether they show up or not, they'll be on the ice Tuesday against Dallas Stars at Scotiabank Arena, 7 p.m. puck drop there as the Leafs look to win the game and maybe get a goaltending performance that doesn't allow 4 goals and a team performance that doesn't allow 4 goals against. Wouldn't that be swell? And a victory. That would be splendid. But we'll have to see how that plays out because it hasn't happened lately. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching my misery. We'll talk to you guys then.